Thank you. There are 3 aspects that are important for every team meeting to be orchestrated successfully and effectively. Strong leadership, of course, this would happen right now, right? Strong leadership, clearly defined goals, and empowering your teams. Without strong leadership, we are not able to motivate our teams to be able to attend these meetings, let alone devote their full attention. Strong leaders make sure that meetings start and end on time. They make sure that there is organization, there's an agenda created, and that they empower their team. People crave structure, and part of that structure is making sure the agenda is created and that everyone on the team has the ability to add to the agenda what they feel is relevant to the practice. And part of creating that agenda is setting time limits to each subject that is going to be discussed. Today is a perfect example. I am scheduled to be up here for 5 minutes. And at the end of those 5 minutes, they're going to cut my mic because there are more pressing matters that we have to address as we go through the rest of the afternoon and the next couple of days. If they let me continue to go past my time, then what's going to happen is every other speaker's presentation is going to be pushed back. Also, it's going to send a message to the rest of the speakers that you can take as much time as you want. It doesn't matter. But what happens when one person goes over their time, and then another, everyone in attendance of this meeting starts to get frustrated. They are wanting to go home, they're checking out, and the important issues can get missed. When you add topics to your agenda, setting that time limit for that topic is key, because what's going to happen is if we don't have a solution to that topic by the end of that time, then what needs to happen is we need to make sure that we add this to our next agenda and we give it some more time. This is going to encourage your team members when they bring a problem to the table that they also have a solution to follow with it. If they don't have a solution to follow with this problem, then what's going to happen is the proverbial can is going to get kicked down the road and we're going to address more pressing matters. And in order for your team members to want to find solutions to the problems they're having, they need to have some kind of a deadline set for that. When I was younger, my mother gave me the option to do my homework and then my chores, or I could do my chores and then my homework before I could go outside and play. Either which way, my homework and my chores had to be complete before I could go outside and hang out with my friends. When it comes to when you're faced with tough situations with your teams, use this same strategy in giving them options to decide how they want to move forward with it. For example, when they come into work, you can check your voicemail and then your email, or you can check your email and then your voicemails before the morning huddle. Either which way, we want to make sure that the voicemail and the emails are checked before the morning huddle so we can inform our team about any changes that may be happening in our schedule today. Allowing your team members to pick those solutions and pick the option of how they want to go forward with it is going to legitimize their self-worth, and it's going to help you to be able to hold them accountable. Through our strong leadership with our teams, we are able to, through our strong leadership with clearly defined goals, we are able to orchestrate these effective and successful team meetings. The most important part of orchestrating these meetings is making sure that we cultivate a culture of support and respect. If we do not support and respect our team members in these meetings, then they're not going to be honest with us when problems arise to the table. Oftentimes I'll have offices who will, when I first work with them, what they'll tell me is they feel there's a lack of communication, that their voice isn't heard, and that their opinions don't matter. And that is the complete opposite of what we want to encourage our employees to feel. We want them to feel as if they matter, as if they can make a difference in our practice. And if we're not able to find a way to support and respect them, then they're not going to voice their opinions, and they're just going to come in, get their paycheck, and go. What we want them to come to our practice and invest in themselves and want the practice to grow. Allowing them to have that voice is what's going to allow your practice to grow. And part of that is whenever there's a problem brought to the table, we need to hear it and we need to find a solution. If we're not able to find a solution, then we need to table that and bring it back to the next meeting. So through the strong leadership, with these clearly defined goals, we are able to orchestrate those effective and successful team meetings. It will allow you to empower your teams to grow, and it's going to give you the opportunity to build the practice that you have always dreamed of. Thank you.